It's a great match. I thought Oregon made a couple plays to win it. I thought we played our hearts out, and sometimes that's how those things go. A couple, deuce games, and they made some great plays. So I told the team I don't really feel like we lost that match. I thought Oregon won it, and the other thing I told them is that I don't think there's anybody in Nebraska that's not proud of them.
Questions in the room?
John, what were kind of the highs and lows of playing defense against Oregon's top two hitters?
I mean, they run a great offense, and when they pass, they're really hard to defend. But I thought we did a great job. I mean, the first game we put on a clinic, and our defense gave us chances to win, and it was more. Their defense was great too. I mean, they made some great plays, some great digs, and but. At the end of the day, they killed more balls than we did, and that's usually one of the things that determines who wins and loses. But we outserved them, and we outblocked them, and so it was a great match, and it could have gone either way.
John, what happened at the end of the fourth set? You run out of subs, and Maisie's playing middle blocker. I mean, what happened with that situation, and what were you thinking going into that?
Well, that's one of the challenges of running a 6-2. You get in a over 30 game, you're going to run out of subs, and even we've been trying to protect that, and we had to gamble and go for it. I didn't want Becca to serve, at a deuce game at 24, whatever. She hadn't served the whole match, so we had to gamble and go for it, and we lost. But I thought we could win it, and we did. We had some. Oregon made a couple great plays to get us to where we had to get to that point. I mean, we had chances to win it way before that.
Lindsay, just what were the emotions of that match? You guys started great, and the two close sets, and how it ended. Just what were the emotions of this match?
I think towards the end of the match, we were talking about how we would have to give everything that we have, nothing left in our tank, and how we knew going into this match against Oregon that they're a really great team, and we're not going to be able to just get by, and we're not playing in Bob Devaney, so we don't have the energy of our crowd to back us up. So I feel like we started out this match and we were really great, and I don't think we lost that energy, but Oregon kind of got their energy, and we left it all out on there, and they ended up just having a little more.
Just making sure. Lindsay, what was the message in the post-match huddle after an emotional, exhausting, hard-fought match?
Well, first, our seniors talked a little bit about how much our relationships mean to one another, and how much playing on this team has meant to everyone, and developing those close relationships are most of the reason why a lot of girls play, or just people in general play athletics, is you get those deep relationships. And then Coach came in and told us how hard we fought, and that we didn't lose that match, that Oregon won that match.
And John, what was the thought process in going to the 5-1 there in the fifth?
We were stuck. We couldn't get out of that rotation, so just tried to change something up, and it worked pretty good. So, but I didn't think. I also think that's just an example of this team, never quits. And I also told him this is the grittiest team I've ever coached. I mean, all the stuff we've dealt with this year with lineup changes and players coming in and out, and all the changes. I mean, this team's handled it great, and they never quit. And that was, they could have packed it in the game 5 there, and they, I think we had a lot of people believing we might come back and tie that thing up. I know my guy here thought we were.
Allie, can you talk about the mindset you had? What made the difference coming out strong? I mean, everyone's worried about starting so early in the day. How did you all think you performed coming out of the gates?
I think we obviously knew it was going to be different having an early match, but I think we knew we had trained for this all week and we prepared well for this, so we went into the match we were ready. We had a good mindset, and I think every play we were just going to be like, next ball, no matter what happens, we're going to focus on the next point ahead of us. So I think we had a great mindset. I think we brought a lot of energy, and it was a really good match. Oregon played really well, and we played really well as well. But, yeah, I think we came in with the right mindset.
Lindsay, at some point, you guys are going to shift on, and you're going to lose Maddie and Kinsey, and you sophomores are going to have a bigger role. What do you want next year? What do you want this next era of Nebraska volleyball to be known for?
To be known for, not sure quite yet, considering we're still young. We still got some time to lead this team, and we're going to lead this team to great things. But I think you just got to take a step back and appreciate what these seniors have done. Nicklon's been here a 5-year starter, and she's left quite the mark on this program. Maddie and Mackenzie have been the best ever, and Katie, though she's only been here for 1 year, I think she's been such a great addition to this team, like the best middle blocker ever. But yeah, going forward, I think us sophomores, there's 5 of us, and I think that we know that we're going to play a really big role next year, and I think we're looking forward to that. But also, we really wanted to get that win for these seniors, so that really sucks.
Yeah, John, that was similar to my question. Just what have Nicklin and Kenzie and Maddie and Caitlin meant to the program in the time that they've been here?
Well, it's it's hard to believe that they're not going to be here anymore. That's the first thing I'm trying to wrap my head around. I just hugged Maddie on the way over here, and it's just like, it seems like she just got here as a freshman, and it goes by really fast. But I mean, they're going to have their master's degrees. They've had great careers. Nicklin's going into coaching. Maddie and Caitlin will be playing pro in a month. And Kenzie is going to stay in Lincoln, and she already has a job working with the 1890 collective. So I'm excited that Kenzie's still going to stay around, and Nicklin's going to be around, so we'll have those connections. And, Maddie and Caitlin are going to chase their dreams playing pro, and it's a wonderful group. And that's what makes the end of the season hard, whether it's now, next week. It's always hard.
Does this sting even more knowing that Omaha was on the line? I know how much that place means to you guys.
I know what happens, the magic that happens if we get to Omaha and play there, but doesn't make the sting anymore now. I mean, Omaha is going to put on a great Final Four. They always do. It's the best college sports town in America. It'll be a heck of a Final Four, and whether we're in that playing or not, it doesn't take anything away from this year and this season, and just so know it doesn't sting anymore.
Alan, Lindsay, what was it like being on the court for that 4th set? Did you go all the way 32-30? I mean, what were the emotions like, and what was it like being out there? Ali, you start.
I wasn't out there. I think it was honestly just like every point was just we were going to go for it, and we were going to do everything we could to get a kill and get the ball down. And I don't know, there was just so much grit, and we were so determined to get every point, and there wasn't much thought other than to kill the ball and get the point. So we were really going after it. So.
Lindsay, you said you weren't out there. What was it like to watch them kind of fight through that?
I always say I get more anxious on the sideline than I do on the game, but it was exactly like Ali said. When you get to that point in the game, you really just want to. Those are when you want to take the biggest swings. Where you get the biggest digs, like serve the ball the hardest, all that stuff. When you're in that situation, you just want to give your all, and I think everybody did in that point. And you could tell by the fact we went 32-30, and we gave our all. Like, we ran out of subs. We had Macy playing front row. We had Ani playing front row, who hasn't played front row all season. Just all that stuff, and then in the end, Oregon just got those last 2 points. But I think it was pretty evident how much we were giving at the end of that set.
Thank you.
Oh my God, the pre-rep ankle. This is pre-rep 6 area.